thinking that she's in control of me. And I know that this could be the death of me. And I know that this could be the death of me. We need you more than we need you more than Look at them starving, look at them bleeding. Their eyes apologize, but words mean nothing. And it's so easy to pretend that you're in control of me. And I know that this could be the death of me. And I know that this could be the death of me. The death of me. And I know that this could be the death of me. And I know that this could be the death of me. We need you more than we need you more than
And it is time. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Outlaw Nation. Hey, I'm Zane the Bearded One. How's it going? Welcome to the broadcast booth. We're hanging out here today with some awesome racing from Bristol Motor Speedway. It's 250 laps, 3 times wear. The action will be intense as Outlaw Nation takes on Thunder Valley tonight. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the broadcast. We appreciate your time. I am your commentator, Zane the Bearded One. Welcome to the broadcast booth. It's a little weird. It's a little funky. I've never been on YouTube before, so this is a new experience. I'm mostly a Twitter guy, or Twitch. So we appreciate you hanging out. We're actually going to go live down to pit road with some of the drivers, the owner of the Outlaw Racing League, Smoke Fan himself, get a couple words from them as these drivers get ready to hit the last great Coliseum for 250 laps. So let's take a look, see what we got from them. Let's see here. Gentlemen, we're live from down on pit road with some of the greatest drivers in the PlayStation side, at least I'm told. Gentlemen, we are live here on the consoles, live on PlayStation, live from Bristol. I gotta ask, is anyone there over the radios? We got dead silence. No one wants to talk to me. It's all right. I'm used to that. We get loneliness.
Yes.
There they are. They're all here. Wow, we're getting a little feedback there. Smoke Fan, if I can. Can you put your thing on push to talk? Let's see if you got his radio fixed. Smoke Fan, you got your radio fixed?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you here right through the radios, my man. Hey, this is your series. This is your league. You're running here at Bristol tonight. How you feeling? How you feeling about the race cars?
I feel like I have a pretty good car, but there's also 12 other guys with a car just as good. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a show for sure. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fuel mileage in play. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
Well, you say the word interesting. It's Thunder Valley, right? Oh, hold on a second here. Sorry, getting yelled at. It's Thunder Valley. So it's a short track, steep curves. Where do you see working the most? The bottom groove, the top groove here tonight?
Well, you know me, I've always been a bottom feeder, but there's going to be a lot of guys right around that wall. There has been in practice. I'd say about 70% of the guys have been towards the top, but the middle, the bottom, you know how Bristol is. You can make it work anywhere.
You're absolutely right. Bristol, you can work it anywhere. We don't know if we got any special traction compound in the corners, but I'm hoping to see some 2-wide, 3-wide action, some little pushing and rubbing. It's short track racing on a Saturday night. You can't ask for any more. So with tonight coming down to the wire, you guys are racing here. What went into the preparation to get ready for this race tonight? What did you do as a driver to get yourself ready to take on Thunder Valley?
Well, the thing about Bristol is you got anywhere from 60 to 65 laps of fuel. So you have to have a car that's not only good at the first 5, 10, 15 laps. You got to make sure you can drive that thing when you're getting around that lap 50, lap 60 mark. So when you're practicing, you're more concerned about the halfway point in the run versus the first half of the run. So that's the approach I took going into this thing.
So you built a long haul car instead of a short run car. So we might see you up front during the late runs here.
If everything goes to plan, but you got 12 other guys that was also thinking the same.
Hey, 13 guys all looking for a Victory Lane visit tonight here at Bristol. Thank you for your time. Good luck tonight. We'll hope to see you in Victory Lane. Let's see if I can't run down pit road a little bit more here. I'm out of shape if you can't tell. Who do I got here with me now? Anybody? Anybody want to talk to me? I feel like Michael Waltrip. Cheesa, what's going on, my man? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm jacked up on a monster swagged out, watching some great racing at Bristol tonight with the Outlaw Nation, TOCO warranty powered. You couldn't ask for a better Saturday night. How do you feel about your car?
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be happy with my car at Bristol. You always want more, but you got to make those tires last the entire fuel run. Otherwise, these guys are going to put you laps down when you have to pit.
It is very easy to go a lap down here, especially on that long, slow road down pit road. So as we heard from Smoke Fan a little earlier ago, he says he's got himself that long-run beast of a car. Where'd you look at? Were you expecting a lot of cautions this race? Did you build yourself a long-run car as well, or are you kind of playing the odds?
I kind of built a mid-range car, one that can go the length, but it's not great at the end, and one that has a little bit more speed at the beginning.
So we may see you up front at the end of the runs there trying to battle for a win, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm hoping for.
You going to rattle anybody's cage tonight?
I'm sure I'll do it. Maybe not on purpose, but
That's always the famous line, right? I didn't do it on purpose. I was just trying to rattle his cage. It's Bristol, baby.
oh yeah.
Well, Cheesa, man, good luck tonight. We hope to see you down in Victory Lane. You never know. Thunder Valley could smile on you, and you could be, dousing some Monster and champagne and get some TOCO warranty flyers thrown at you.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Hey, man, thank you for driving out there tonight. Good luck. So, guys, we have 250 laps, 3 times wear. They're running manual cautions, but they do have black flags turned on in case drivers get a little too hot to handle getting those cars woed up on pit road. It should be an interesting experience. Really kind of what we're waiting for right now is just for the invites to go out. Once we hear invites are out from Smoke Fan, we'll jump into the action to get ready to call these 250 laps at Bristol. Really, you got to wonder tonight, though. There's 13 drivers, 13 guys bidding for a chance to win. It's Thunder Valley, it's Bristol, it's short track racing. The track's going to get slick.
The invites are out. We are in the lobby waiting.
And you heard them, invites out. So let's go ahead and see if we can't load in here. It's Bristol. We got so much going on. We're actually loading into the race right now. Let's see if we can't get this bad boy started. I am solo in the booth, so chat, if you're there, send some love my way because I am going to need it as we try to call this action around Bristol. It's going to be intense. It's going to be awesome. Let's see if we can't find it here. So we're looking for the lobby, waiting for our invite. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's see here. Looking for my invite. Still looking for my... You are the host, correct, Smoke?
Yeah, I'm the host.
All right.
SmokeFan14_B20.
All right, let me see if I find you.
Too fast.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Too fast.
Too fast is the host? Thank you.
I'm normally the host.
Awesome. Go ahead and fire it up. I'm joining in right now.
Sounds good.
250 laps, 3 times wear. Chad is saying, good luck, guys. May you have the force on your side. Let's load this bad boy up here as we're loading in. Chat, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Outlaw Racing Station where you watch some of the Outlaw Nation's races every week. This week we are going to Bristol. I'm your new voice in the booth, the bearded one. Zane, the bearded one. Monstered out. I was not prepared for this race, I gotta say. I jumped in at the last second and... Let's see here. They are still not loaded. Oh, wait. Let's see. All right. So we have Too Fast in the 12. Smoke Fan is going to be driving the 14. Galen will be in the 10. Brewster will be in the 41. Chiza will be in the 95. Beast of Asgard, a top 50 driver, back from the Pro League, is driving the 11. Jay Wood will be driving the 24. Jasana will be in the 4 car. Dagger will be in the 14. Zeggy will be in the 52. And if we can get a peek at everyone else here.
2 minutes on Bulldog.
Oh, and we're waiting. Oh, I already see the timer starting. You sure?
Yeah, he's here now.
Okay, Bulldog is here. So they're actually loading in. Let's get this bad boy started. What is going on, my dudes? How y'all doing? We're actually getting loaded in here. Here we go. We're loading into the action, getting ready to go green at Bristol. The question becomes, who is going to come out on top tonight? It's 250 laps. Like we usually see, I do an over-under scale when it comes to these races. So tonight for Bristol, this is my first time in the booth watching the action of Outlaw Nation. I'm going to go way under here. I'm going to say 3.5 cautions. Now, my dark horse winner of this race, I'm going to go with Beast of Asgard. My winner of this race, I'm going to have to pick Dagger. I'm going to go with Dagger. I rolled a D20. Dagger's name came up, so we're going to have to see what Dagger can do. But Beast of Asgard and Dagger are my 2 choices for the winners tonight. I can't give all the love to Hot Rod, a.k.a. Smoke from the NASCAR Heat Pro League for Stuart Haas Gaming. Or should I say Stuart Haas Esports now? It's Bristol, baby. We got people saying Bulldog. Wait, Bulldog is promoting himself. Bulldog is saying, Bulldog is actually saying 6.5 cautions tonight from the fans. But here we go, getting green. We got the 14 and the 12 leading us off to green as we are green flag racing at Bristol. 12 car is going to dive in. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, here we go. You guys do go green, right? Straight off? Or y'all do a manual green? Manual green?
Manual green.
Thank you, sir. I got excited. I thought we were already green. I was like, they're diving into the corners. But we have 2 laps of pace here at Bristol. So as we're watching the 12 car, you really got to start asking questions. How long is this going to last being up front? As we look behind him, we'll come off the view. Lots of hungry cars behind him right now. You got the 14 on his outside, the 4 behind him. And it looks like we got a peek back there. It looks like that's the 48. Let's see if we can't. Nope, it's the 41 and then the 20. So anything can happen tonight. So we're really excited. Let's, hold on a second here. We're pouncing through the field. You know what? For the start of this race, I want to be a little cheeky. We're actually going to go on board with the 20 and watch from the 20 here. Actually, the 41. We'll go from the 41. If it does it for me. There we go. We'll go on bumper cam with the 41, and we're green flag racing, single filed out right there in front of them. It looks like 12 and the 14 are leading away, driving in the charge from the 41 cars. They dive into turn 3. Look at Smoke Fan sneaking up to the bumper there, trying to get the move if he can. Let's take a look if we can't pop on them right now. Boom! Onto Smoke Fan's bumper, charging down, looking to the inside of the 12 car. 12 car is going to hold him off as we go into turn 1. Bumper, a little bit of a nudge, not too much, as we come off down the front stretch. Sorry, that was turn 3. Down into turn 1 now. Still single filed out. It was 12 car leading the 14. 14's taking a peek under. Can he make the move for the pass? That's the question. Let's line them back up here. And look at that gaggle of cars behind him. At least 12 car links. Ooh, the 41 getting into the 4. 12 getting a little sideways, coming through the off of 4 here. Off of 2. I'm so confused right now. There. Oh, why are we losing our view? Sorry about that, gentlemen. There we go. Boom. Let's look back here as we watch the 12 car dive through turn 1 and 2. Slowly coming off the corner. Smoke's trying to get a run. It's a drag race down the backstretch. He's going to let the 14 go. The 12 car let the 14 go. Top down view as we drive into turn 1 again. It's now Smoke Fan, our leader. The 12 to second. It is nothing but Smoke Fan's race at this moment. All he's got to do is hold on. It's still a long race to go. He's looking. He's got a car length and a half off the 12 car. The 12's doing everything he can to hold on to that Mustang as it's Mustang power up front. Smoke's now stretching that lead out. We're now 4 car lengths. 2 car lengths again. Closing the gap. Here comes the hard charge of the 12 car. Trying to close the bumper on that 14, but he just can't do it. Smoke is starting to stretch his legs a little bit here. Let's take a look. Let's go on board with the 12. Oh, if we can here. My buttons don't want to work today. We're bouncing through the field. Let's take a look here. It's really difficult when your game doesn't want to work. There we go. Let's go on board with the 12 as we watch him try to close this gap on the 14. The 12 car looks to be struggling a little bit in the corners from what I can see. If you watch him, he's fighting it. He might be fighting a tight race car from what it looks like. There's a lot of working of that wheel. Ooh, scrapes the outside wall as we go through the corners here. Still trying to catch Smoke, but Smoke's just got nothing but a Ford Mustang in his rear view and clear sailing in front of him as they dive through the corners again. Let's take a trip around the pack and see what we got going on. Everyone else is single filed out. Look at that. The 20 cars leading the hard charge from 4th back to 6th. 4 car battle for the 3rd place spot. The 20, the 41, the 4. And it looks like that's possibly the 20. I can't tell from back here. It looks like that could be the 48 car from what I'm seeing. I'm probably wrong. It's actually not. Let's see if we can't get an angle on that bad boy real fast here. Boop. And that's actually a car that's not supposed to be there, but hey, no. And they are now battling it out between the 41 and the 4. Side by side, 2 by 2 as they come down the backstretch. Look at the 4. The 41 is moving back. The 4 is moving up. We're back on the bumper of Eric Jones. Let's take a look through the field here. Here is the 2 car powering his way through, trying to get his way up front. A lot of people didn't listen to anything I said today. It's all good. That's actually the 5 car, which the 5 car's not there. We got a couple of cars that are in there. Got a couple of guys in some weird cars. 5 car. But we're watching a Smoke Fan here walking away, leading this pack right now. So it's Bristol. Things are going to get stretched out. Really where we're not going to see anything really spice up until a caution or a green flag pit stops happen. These guys are going to start being patient as we watch Smoke Fan. We look behind him. You can still see the 12, the 20, the 4. And I can't tell who that is behind the 4 car right now. If I remember correctly, let's take a look at our handy-dandy notebook. That's right, we got a handy-dandy notebook, ladies and gentlemen, that should give us all the perfect details that we need if we can pull this up. Whoop! Oh, it doesn't want to work. So let's pull it up here. It is... And that's actually Bulldog sitting in 3rd right now, looking at my handy-dandy notebook. Can he run down the 12 car? But it's Smoke's race. The 4 car, though, is powering his way through. Move the 4 car to 4th. 20 to 3rd. You're absolutely right, chat. The 20 car Bulldog has moved his way to 3rd, but don't rest on those laurels yet, Bulldog, because you got a hard charging Ford behind you trying to make that Toyota Camry his lunch. But really, all eyes right now on Smoke Fan. He has been the class of the field since lap 3. He's put himself in position. He's given himself the room. No, y'all are good. The races is great. We're watching Smoke Fan as he's leading this pack through the corners. Still got a hard charging 12. But Bulldog in the 20 car is really trying to put some pressure on him, but he just can't close that gap. All eyes, though, are watching the 4 cars. The 4 car's powering his way through. I just can't tell who's behind the 4 car right now because it's a little blurry from my position. You know what? We don't have any sound, do we? We don't have any audio, guys. Thank you for telling me we don't have any audio because I realize we don't have any audio. So let's fix that real quick. I didn't realize we didn't have any audio. That's stupid. I'm sitting here talking over a silent race. Oh, I know what just happened, and we might have technical difficulties here. I actually may have to re-rack myself. So let's take a quick commercial break real quick. We'll come right back to the action as these guys are racing here at Bristol. All right, and we're back. We should have audio this time. I apologize for the confusion there, guys. That was not fun. Too Fast closing in on Smoke for first. We're coming right back into the action right now. Welcome back from that quick break. I apologize for the no audio. It was a little awkward. So we'll see if we can't get back in, as I'm a little deaf right now. There we go, and we're back to the action. We got horsepower, baby. And here's the 12 sneaking up on the bumper, the 14, but look behind them. It is the 20 car, hard charge and saying, hey boys, don't forget about me. But will the 12 make the pass? He is looking to the inside. Too Fast is working on that bumper. He's saying, don't forget about me, boy. I'm here to race. Let's go on board, if we can here, with the 12 car. If the game won't let us. The game's been a little funky right now. It's unplanned broadcast. It was really quick on us. So we're looking to the inside. It's a drag race down the backstretch. The 12, the 14. Smokes on the outside. Too Fast on the inside. He's got a quarter panel but doesn't have the horsepower to pedal around him. It's going to single file back out. Your top three is the 14, the 12, the 20. As we're coming off turn 2. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Still single file out, but Too Fast has closed a huge gap. Come on, Bulldog, Chad is saying. Looking to the inside, here comes the 12 on the 14. But don't forget about that 20 car, because he's about to make it a 3-car race. You can throw a blanket over the top 3 as they come through the corners. Down the backstretch. Down the front stretch, I apologize. A little confused. No, that's the backstretch. A little confused on where we're at right now. And there he goes, trying to power his way through. He's getting a little tight. Rear end looks to be sliding off exit, but he looks a little tight through the middle of the corners as he's trying to run down Smoke Fan. I think the 20 car is just waiting. Here goes the 12 again, making a look to the inside. It's 2x2. That's opening the door for the 20, giving exactly what he needs. He needs these guys to race hard, burn their tire and equipment out, so the 20 car can get a chance. It's still side by side, but the 12 Too Fast doesn't have the room to make it. Still, here we are, still single file. Too Fast is looking for a groove. He's trying to find any extra speed he can to get up and around. We've watched him a few times now get to the quarter panel, but he cannot pedal that Ford Mustang around that 14, who was leading this field with a hard charge in Stuart Haas Ford in that 14. Let's go on board if we can. If it will let us. If the game will let us. Sorry, folks, the game's just not wanting to pay with us now. And if you're wondering why the game actually switches to the rear bumper there, that's actually because the camera can't figure out where they're at on track, so it puts them there on that rear camera. But let's go on board with Too Fast off that front view camera off his hood, looking at the bumper, working him on the 14. Still got to the inside to his quarter panel, but he still can't make the move. What a race indeed. Hold on to your butts, because Too Fast is trying to make the move on the 14, but Smokefan is doing everything he can to keep that Ford in his rearview mirror. You can watch him right here. Look at him. He gets to the bumper on the throttle. Ooh, Smoke gets into the outside wall. That's going to open the door for the 12. 12's on the bottom line. Smoke's going to pitch him. Ooh, gets the run off the high side with Smokefan. That's going to put Smoke back into first. And you know, Too Fast doesn't want to see that. He's like, I almost had it. I got to get it. I know what I need to do to put this car up front. And look at that. Here comes the 12 now. It's a 2-car battle for second. And it looks like that's going to move the 20 to second. Too Fast to 12th. Or to not 12th. He's in the 12 car to third. And let's see if we can't bounce around here. There we go. Look at this battle now starting to form. I told you guys to watch out for the 20 car. And here he comes in that Camry Power. Toyota Yoda, baby Yoda, working his way to second. Trying to make a move on this 14. Can he get the power to get around him? Only time will tell. Let's see if we can't go on board with that 20 car as he's working on the oh no, he taps the outside wall. That's gonna move him back to third. The 12 car of Too Fast back to second. You hate to see it, but you love to see it for that Ford as he's moved himself back into position. But there's a bumper given to him by the 20 car saying, no, I'm not done with you yet. I got a race to win. So we dive into turn 1, single filed out in our top 3. Too Fast in the 12, the 20 car behind him, that beautiful looking Sports Clips Toyota, trying to make a move on second place, but it looks like he's stalling out here. And what we've watched a few times as we watched this race is these drivers will put themselves in position, they'll wait for the guy in front of them to make a mistake, and they'll sneak around him. If you take a look back behind them, we still see the 24. Oh, a car coming off the pit road, almost collected or going on pit road. Oh, no, he's coming off, almost collected our leaders. That looks like that was the 18 car on the track. That's going to bunch things up here. Look at the 12, diving down low. Let's see if we can't get a nice little... Here we go. Let's watch this battle unfold in front of us between the 12, the 14, and the 20. Here's Smokefan holding off the 12 car of Too Fast, the 20 car on their bumper, watching this action unfold in front of him. You really got to wonder, what's he thinking inside? Are you guys going to wreck? Can you take each other out? Can you give me a little bit of room? I just need to get in front to lead some laps. But here's the thing that's going to change. These drivers are going to start walking up on lap traffic in any moment. And when that lap traffic appears, that's really where your test of skills are going to come into play, because anybody can lead a race. The question becomes, can you navigate through traffic? The 20 car again sneaking up to the bumper of the 12, leaning on him a little bit, gotten him to the outside wall, move him to second, and the 12 is not giving up yet. Too Fast saying, no sir, I need that position back. You don't get to keep it on me. And let's go to the top-down view from the beautiful TOCO Warranty Blimp Cam, as this series is powered by TOCO Warranty. If you need a TOCO warranty, check them out. They're pretty awesome. I haven't used them myself, but you know what? Someone tells me I should. It's mostly the TOCO people, because I'm calling these races. Freight train behind him. There's a huge gap between the top 3. There's about a 12-car length gap between 4th to 3rd. This is the battle of the race. The 14, the 20, the 12. 2 Fords and a lone Toyota fighting it out in Thunder Valley. And let's get a little loud here, right? Should we try to crank it up a little bit if we can? And now we're watching the battle here. Here comes the 24 sneaking up on these two of the 12 and the 20. Action is picking up everywhere. Look at him 2 by 2 in front of him. He's now hoping these guys make a mistake, but it looks like he's getting a little loose off the corner. He's going to give that position to the 4 car. The 4 car now looking for the action. He's trying to catch. Ooh, it looks like the 24 may have some problems here. He is slow on the track. Is he out of gas? He might be out of gas, folks. He is hurting for fuel. Let's see if we can't pop through the field again. Here's the action on the track. Let's see if we can't get the camera to spot them. There we go. Move the 12 to third, the 20 to second. This is what Smokefan wanted to see in his review mirror. These two guys fighting for everything they got. There might be something wrong with the 12 car. Is there a caution on track, boys, or is that the end of stage? Can I get a Smokefan? You got a copy?
That was the end of the stage.
End of the stage? Well, let's see if we can't get our end race reporter Smokefan in the 14. Smoke, you got a copy? Well, it looks like we don't have Smokefan over the radio. We were going to ask him how he felt about that run because the car is dominant right now. It's the end of the stage. We're trying to watch it here, but you really got to start asking the questions. Who's got something for Smoke? We see him working that high line pretty and wide, and everyone else is trying to pedal below him, but they can't get the run off the corner. We watched the 20, the 12. Now the 4 car is showing up. We know everyone is going to go down pit road, get 4 fresh Goodyears, and some, you know, as I like to call them, some Mr. Feel Goods on those cars, fill it up with fuel, and get back at it. But now we start asking the question, into stage 1, what do? Do you put yourself out there up front, or do you just ride for a little bit? You still know you got a lot of racing to go. There's so many laps left that do you want to battle yourself and put yourself in a position where it could be a little advantageous, should I say, to battle it out? But we're going green flag racing once again into the stage, back into the action. It's going to be Smokefan leading us off with the 20 car on his outside, the 12 behind him, and I can't tell that car behind the 12. I could not see him. It was the 11, but it looks like the outside line stalled because there goes Too Fast back to second place, working on the bumper of the 20 car. Let's see here. Or not the 20, I'm sorry, the 14. There's a lot of action on the track, a lot of things going on right now as we're trying to call all of it here. Let's take a look. The 20 car working off the bumper of the 12. The 12 trying to sneak up to the 14. Behind them, he's got the 4 car. The 11's got about a 4 car gap between the 4 car, trying to run them down. He wants to get into this picture, but does he have what it takes to actually pull off a win, to put himself up front? Only time will tell. Right now, the class of the field has been the 14, the 12, the 20. But don't count out that Ford back there in that beautiful all black Canada car, Kevin Harvick car. 56 laps in this stage is what we're being told from the guys in the booth, the officials running around making the race happen. Ooh, Too Fast to the outside wall. That's going to open the door for the 20. The 20 car is going to try to power around the inside. He's going to pass him, move the 20 to second. Too Fast to third, but he's got a hard charge in 4 and 12 on his bumper. He's got a lot to watch out for as these laps start to wind down as we dive into turn 1. If we take a look off this action, there's so much going on right now. Everyone is stacked up. This battle for second, you have 4 cars that you can literally throw a blanket over and keep them warm on a cold winter night that we have here in Bristol. But it's Bristol, baby. The action is intense as we watch Too Fast work on the 20 car, doing everything he can to try to get up and around him. He knows he's got a fast machine in that Ford, but does he have enough horsepower to get around the 20 to catch back up to Smokefan? As now the field is starting to stack up behind them. Here we go. He's looking to the outside. Can't make the run. He's going to get the door closed on him, but he's moving back again. He's slowly creeping up to that bumper of that Toyota, bringing the rest of the field with him. But you got to wonder, in his mind, is he ready to make this? Does he want to burn these tires up? Does he want to push the limits of this 12 to put himself in second to try to run down Smoke? There's still a lot of racing to go left in this race. It's Bristol. It's short track racing. You don't want to wreck your car in the first 50-something laps. You want to let that car come to you as the race progresses here. Let's take a look around the track, see what we got going on. Look at this action all over the track. See if we dive it back through here. There's so much going on back here. Take a look. And these guys are still racing it out for everything they have right now. And let's take a trip around the field a little bit, guys. Watch this action unfold in front of us. And everybody's really single filed out as we're watching this unfold in front of us here. A lot of guys have just single filed out, riding at this moment as we watch in the back a little bit there. The 48's trying to work on the 41. But you really got to start asking questions like I keep asking. When are you going to push this car? When are you going to give it everything it's got to make a move on these guys? Because Smoke Fan has checked out. The eNASCAR Heat Season 1 Pro League champion is gone. A great race without a caution. I will say that. My number was 3.5, and Chad is reminding there has not been a single caution yet. Some close calls in this action, but no caution as of yet, which is a sight to see, especially at Bristol. You got 14 drivers battling it out for a win, and everyone has a chance to put that car in victory lane right now as they're racing it out. But everyone seems to be very patient at this moment, kind of letting the track come to them, letting the race develop in front of them. They don't want to push the cars too much. They don't want to put themselves in a bad position. They're kind of just waiting it out. And that's interesting to see because it's Bristol. A lot of guys, they want to make that run. They want to get up front. They want to get out of that eye of the hurricane. But here, we're kind of watching patience and perseverance pick off as the 41 gets to the outside wall there. And he's trying to now hold off it looks like the 48 car. Let's see if we can't go on board with the 48 car at this moment. Oh, there we go. The 48 right there. Oh, if the game will let me. Once again, the game is not one to play nice. Take a look at this gaggle and back. You got the 48 holding off the 10, the 41, the 24. They're too wide behind him. He's doing everything he can to stretch that gap, but look at the 41 powering around the outside of the 10 car, doing everything he can to say, no, 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 no. This is my track, my race. But the 41 is the man to beat at this moment from that pack. But if we look at the gap Smoke Fan has. At least 12 cars. But here comes that 4 car powering around the inside. Let's take a look, see if we can't get on board with him here. And where is that beautiful 4 car? As HD, my co-partner in crime, says, we need a better tool, Zane. And believe me, sometimes it is difficult as we watch this battle develop between the 4 and the 11. Look at the 11, working the high line. The 4 car, working the bottom. He gets back in line as we dive into turn 3 and turn 4. Still single filed out, but he's peeking in the 4 car. They're side by side. He's gotten to the quarter panel. On his quarter panel, and as they try to battle it out here. Let's take a beautiful shot here as they come through the corners off the front stretch. Smoke Fan is still leading this pack, but you got the 20 car has moved himself to second. The 12 is now in third. The battles are heating up along the track, but take a look. Everyone is giving each other a little bit of room. They're not overdriving the cars. They're trying to give space, a little bit of patience, and that's what we want to see in these runs right now as we develop this long haul race. Let's see if we can't go on board. Oh, if the game will let me. Once again, the buttons do not want to function correctly for me right now. Oh, once again, the buttons don't want to function. It just doesn't want to play nice. That's how we're going to deal with it. Okay. There we go, kids. There we are. So you're going to see the game pop itself out. Don't worry about that. That's just because the camera can't present itself in certain corners. But look at this battle for second. Too fast, now trying to work on the bumper of the 20 car, doing everything he can to hold him off. You really got to start asking yourself, if I'm the 12 car, am I really going to push it this much? And he is. He's going to get the 20 car a little loose, coming off the corner. Move the 12 to second, the 20 back to third. The battle is intensifying for this position for second. Everyone knows they can't catch Smoke in the stage. They can only pray that they can get up there to battle him in the last stage right now. The only way someone's going to catch Smoke is if he hits the outside wall, he blows a tire, or he overdrives the corner. But this man is a previous esports champion. He knows what he needs to do to keep that car up front. He did it all series long, all season in the eNASCAR Heat Pro League, and he's doing it again here in Outlaw Nation. And let's take a ride through the field. Let's see if there's any good battles going on right now through the packs. There's the 20 still battling. Let's take a look at this battle between the 4 and the 11. This is actually a very interesting battle here. The 4 car has shown signs of dominance through this race. Late in the run, he starts to get faster as he now works onto the inside of the 11 car. Can't quite get around him. He can get to the quarter panel. We're seeing a lot of that from the guys on the inside lane here. They're able to pedal that car all the way to the quarter panel, but they can't get the horsepower to get up and around to complete that pass. 4 car once again moving up to the bumper of the 11. That Toyota Camry up in front of him, stalking him, saying, hey man, I hear, what are you gonna do? You have nothing for me. But that 4 car is strong. We've watched him a few times. He looks inside, can't make the run. He backs it off. The 11 taps the outside wall, trying to hold off this hard charging Ford. Can he do it as we dive into turn 1? Go through turn 2. They're still single filed out. A little bit of a gap is being created between these two now. Is this the end of the 4 car's charge? Is he slowing down to cool the tires? We'll have to see. As chat says, Smoke is a champion for a reason, and you're absolutely right, chat. He is a champion for a reason, and he's showing it tonight as he's dominating this race with at least an 8-car length lead over second place Too Fast. As we come off of turn 4, the 4 car still trying to do everything he can to get to him. Now let's listen. Let's take a ride and just listen to the 4 car as he rolls through these corners here. And you hear that, the smooth, listen, off. Smooth, right back on you here, just one steady pedal push. Doesn't have to lift, doesn't have to burp it. He's doing everything he needs to be smooth right now. He's sticking that line, working the bottom. We're seeing a lot of guys get that extra run off the top, but we're seeing a lot of these guys that can make this bottom work for him. And you're seeing it right now. Look at him. The 4 car now making it up to the bumper of the 11 car. Ooh, a little squirrely there. Now the 11's going to close that lane on him, move to the bottom because he realized the 4 car was getting a run. 4 car is going to move up front. Is that going to put him? No, he's still going to use that bottom line. The 11 went right back up to the top lane to try to get that momentum he needs down the front stretch. But the 4 car now looking inside. There's 2x2 side by side as they come off the corner. And you got to move the 4 car. A huge run by the 4 car up to 3rd or 4th. The 11 car is dropping back like a rock in the Lackahatchee River, my favorite river of all time. It's not a real river. If it is, I've never seen it. But please, send me links if you know if the Lackahatchee is real, because I made it up. And here's this battle. We've watched this battle develop a lot through this race, and we're back on him again. Ooh, Too Fast to the outside wall. Did he get help from the 20 car? You have to ask that question. Did the 20 give him a little nudge and say, hey man, I'm faster than you. Can you get out of my way? Because you got to move that 20 car to 2nd, the 12 car to 3rd. That 20 now's got his target set on that Ford Mustang of the 14 of Smoke Fan, your eNASCAR Heat Season 1 Pro League champion. And you got to see Too Fast now. He's starting to work that outside line. He's trying to get back up to that bumper. He doesn't want the 20 car to get too far away because then he's got so much more ground to make up to even try to catch Smoke. Let's see if we can't get a nice little lap count here. I know there are people streaming and I don't have a view of everybody, so let's see. Boop. Pulling it up. And it is 44:58. So these laps are winding down, folks. We're almost to 10 laps to go in this stage. And I will say these guys have been putting on a show because Bulldog right now is running that 20 car ragged to try to keep up in 2nd and run down the leader of Smoke Fan. I really like to say Smoke Fan is an android. He's just plugged himself into his PlayStation. He's running by off a USB. He's not even holding the controller because he's racing the game with his mind because he's that good. He's that smooth. What we're probably going to do is see if we can't sneak on board and listen to that 14 car and how well it's running right now as we on board with the 20 as he's trying to run down this 14. Let's see if we can't do that right now here. Let's listen to this. Oh, let's listen to the leader and how he's driving this car. Listen to that. Listen to the horsepower. Off, smooth, hard back on the throttle as we come down the backstretch for the 14, the leader, Smoke Fan, and listen to him off the gas, real short, hard back on it. He's pivoting these corners. If you look at him, the way he's arching it around, it's almost like he's diamonding the corners some in turn 3 and 4. Turn 1 and 2, he likes that high line. We're watching him here as we, scrapes the wall a little bit, going into 3. working that middle to bottom groove through 3 and 4, and we're seeing 2 different lines develop on this track. Now he's diving back to the bottom, staying in the middle groove through 1 and 2, popping back to the outside. If you look in front of him, about to turn straightaway away, he's got lap traffic, but the laps are winding down as we're coming up to about 5 laps to go left in this stage. The student is trying to catch the teacher, is what chat's saying right now for Bulldog, trying to run down that 14. But this 14 car is smooth as butter right now. Except for the little outside scrape with the wall, that was what we call a love tap in the industry. He's just saying, hey, how's your mama? Nice to meet you, safer barrier. I'll make sure to bring your daughter home before 11. Let's take a trip around the field, see if we can't get our eyes on that 20 car of Bulldog, because he had some trouble, and he's actually got some trouble sneaking up on him right now. If we take a look, see if we can't find him. There he is, the 12 of Too Fast, the 20 of Bulldog. This action is starting to heat up again, as they've kind of started to close this gap on the 14. Instead of 12, it's back to 8 cars. Can they get it even shorter? But really, oh, wait a minute, look to the inside. I can't tell if that's the 32 who is a lap down. We'll have to take a look, find out from the running order. But it looks like he might not be. We got 4 laps to go, if I'm not wrong. My lap man is telling me how many estimated lap of fuel he's got left. I would rather see how many laps are left. And he is getting some pressure on him from behind right now. Someone in the 52, I assume, then. We're going to bounce through the field, try to get a better angle on this battle up front. As we know, the game doesn't like us to switch fast. Can we see the blimp view? Mr. G Cincy, you can see whatever you like, sir. There you go. And I think that's going to be the end of the second stage. That is the end of the second stage. And it looks like the 32 was a lap down, so you're going to have Smoke Fan in first, Bulldog in second, Too Fast for you in third, Jasona in fourth, and it looks like Beast of Asgard in the 11th will round out your top 5, as these guys are going to head down pit road, get 4 fresh Goodyears, little, Dr. Feelgoods, some Sunoco race fuel, and get back to it racing. Let's see if we can't pick up Smoke Fan for a quick conversation about how he's feeling about that car. Smoke Fan, this is Zane the Bearded One in the booth. You got a copy, buddy? I don't think he likes to have conversations while racing. I wonder if he's talking to his crew chief right now. Let's see. Smoke Fan, this is the Bearded One in the booth. You got a copy? That's going to be a big negative. He doesn't want to talk to us, it seems, as we're going green flag racing once again. The 14 leading the 20, the 12, the 4, and the 11. It's going to round out your top 5. No positions changed on pit road. Green flag. The 20 spins the tires. That's going to open the door for the 12 again. Can he close the gap, though? That's going to keep the 11, the 4 behind him. It's a 2-car sprint now, trying to run down Smoke Fan in this final stage. We're going to have 57 laps to go. 57 laps to make a dream possible. Can they run down the dominant 14 car of Smoke Fan? As I've said it numerous times, he is the NASCAR Heat Pro League inaugural champion for Stewart Haas Esports, and right now he is driving like a true champion, putting these guys in his dust, saying eat nothing but my 14 and exhaust. As the 20 car of Bulldog tries to work on the 12 of Too Fast, closing the bump. Ooh, a little touch off the bumper there as he tries to get to him. Can't get enough to catch him and get around him, but they're doing the best they can. That's going to let the 11 sneak up a little bit on the 20. So Beast of Asgard now showing up again, saying, hey, boys, this is the last stage. I need to move. You got to get out of my way. And you're seeing that with Bulldog. He's giving some love taps. He's just saying, hey, how's your mama? Can I borrow some brown sugar? Can I come over for a game of Parcheesi this weekend? As he gave a couple of bumper shots to the 12 of Too Fast. As we still go through the corners, he's trying to hold him off. But we're watching right now as this battle for second is really starting to heat up. We're seeing the closing of the gaps in each corner. The stretching of the legs of Too Fast as he gets down the straightaways. Does he have enough to hold off this hard-charging 20? Does he have the horsepower and the car to catch this 14? Because the class of the field, as Macho Man Randy Savage says, the cream of the crop rises to the top. And we're seeing that with the 14 car all night. Everyone else is just trying to play catch up to the android known as Smoke Fan. And let's see if we can't get on board with the 20 car, if the game will let us here. Whoop, whoop. Bouncing through the fields. Take a look at the 95, trying to sneak up to the bumper of the 4 car here. It is actually a really close battle. Let's go on board with the 95 here if we can. As we drive through 1 and 2, it appears. Yep, 1 and 2, or 3 and 4, off. Yep, I was right the first time. I should go with my gut instinct, folks. Off the corner, it's really hard to see from these angles, as these cars are perfectly spaced out. Smoke Fan's got about a 5-6 car length lead over Too Fast. On this bumper is the 20 of Bulldog, the 11 of Beast of Asgard behind him, and then the 4 car of Jasona. If I butchered your name, I apologizing. Keep changing views. I'll keep changing the views for you, my man, all day long. We're just trying to watch the action here a little bit and get everyone a little bit of camera time and love as we watch this broadcast. But watch these guys in front of the 95. They're single filed out. Everyone's kind of working the same groove right now. Bottom to mid, bottom to mid. As these tires start to wear, we're probably going to start seeing them drift up to the top. As everyone floats up to the top, it was monkey see, monkey do. Still no cautions this whole time through. 14, 13 drivers on the track, no wrecks. I may eat my words of a 3.5 under over scale for the cautions tonight. But I'm really trying to see if my dark horses of Beast of Asgard and Dagger can win this race right now. Beast of Asgard sitting in 4th, looking right there off the bumper of the 20 car, sitting in front of the 4. Let's see if we can't jump onto the bumper of the 4 car and watch this battle develop. There we go. Here we are looking off the front end at the action for second. A 3-car battle. Beast of Asgard beating the bumper off of the 20 cars. We come down the front stretch, diving into turn 1. He's going to try to put it in the middle. He thinks better of it. It's too wide. It's a drag race in front of them. They single file out as we go into turn 3. Everyone's still using that middle to bottom lane. No one's willing to shift up top yet. We saw a little bit, everyone get a little hot going in the corners, but it seems they've gotten their bearings around them. Ooh, the 11 car Beast of Asgard is going to shift up, giving some room for the 4. That's going to open the door as he looks to the inside as we come through the corners, side by side, 2 by 2. Can Beast of Asgard pedal to get around him? He cannot. As he's trying to get, oh, the 11 of Beast of Asgard gives a bump to Bulldog. It says, move your body. I gotta go, buddy. And look, that's going to bring the 95 up. That's going to shift everyone up a lane. Everyone's starting to close this gap. Ooh, again, Beast of Asgard giving the bump to the 20. Moving him to the top lane. Opening the door. He's rattling some cages, as Earnhardt would say, as he uses the bottom. Can he get around? No, he can't get around. The 20 car is going to power around the outside, using that momentum to give him the drive off. Beast of Asgard's going to dive it in low. He's shoving the 20 car to the outside lane. Got into his door. A little door slam. Said, hey, man, this is my spot. Move Beast of Asgard to 3rd. The 20 of a Bulldog to 4th. He's dropping fast like a rock in the Lakahatchee. But now we really got to wonder what's going to happen. Is Beast of Asgard going to run down the 12 car? Let's see if we can't get a better look here. Oh, if the game will let us. Once again, folks. There we go. Watching the 12 car, the 11, the 20, the 4, and the 95 all try to chase down our leader, Smoke Fan. And I like to do a little thing where we just try to crank it up. So let's try to crank it up a little bit. One more time. Let those horsepower and those horses scream. That was interesting, folks. My game crashed, so I apologize about that. It kicked me off the internet for half a second, but we're back to that action. And we're watching right now the 12 car is really doing everything he can of Too Fast for You to run down that 14. Beast of Asgard has moved himself in the 4th, but look at the action going on back there for the 20 car in the 4. Let's see if we can't catch them right here. Here they are. The 20 and the 4 working it. 20 looks a little loose. His back end is squirreling a little bit. Did he get help from the 4? And the 4's working that bumper. He's beating it off, beating it for everything he can to say, hey, man, I need you to move. I got a faster car. Give me a little bit of space here. And let's see if we can't get that beautiful blimp cam that people like to watch. Here we go. As they're diving through the corners, still single filed out. Beast of Asgard is gone. He's taken away that spot from the 20 car earlier with a little bit of a door slam, and now the 20's trying to bring the 4 car with him as he's trying to run down that 11 car with everything he's got left in that Sports Clips 20 Toyota Camry. That 4 car, though, he is saying, hey, man, I'm ready to go. We need to go. I need you to get out of my way. You've held me up long enough. Here he is looking to the inside. Can't quite close that gap to get to the inside quarter panel. As we dive into turn 1, they're still single filed out. And Beast of Asgard is still walking away from these two. Let's take a look up front, see what we can see going on for our leader. Smoke Fan is the man of the hour right now as we got 26 laps to go, coming to 25. Looks like some people are starting to make their first pit stops as we just saw there. Look at the gap between 3rd and 2nd. The closest battle on the track right now is for this battle for 4th. A 3-car battle. The 95, the 20, the 4. Everyone hungry for a position. Everyone doing what they can in case a caution comes out. They want to be the man to take down Smoke Fan. And if you're wondering why the game shoots this angle here, it is not me. It is how it works with the camera angle there. It just can't, for some reason, focus, so it puts them on the back bumper. Let's take a look at this battle starting to develop right here in front of the 95 between the 20 and the 4. Move the 4 to 4th, the 20 to 5th, the 95 now trying to power around the outside to get that run. He can't get the, ooh, the 20 and the 4 bump. That's going to put the 95 in the bumper of the 4 car. Did not want to see that. Now he gives a little nudge to the 4 car, a little bit of a love tap, says, hey man, out of my way, we got to go. But now they're single filed out again, and let's take a look, see if we can't get eyes on the 4 car. How far back did he drop after that love tap? He's going to drop back to 6th, the 20, the 95, the 4, the 24, the 18, and the 41 behind them. That was the closest battle on the track. Let's watch this battle right now between the 41 and the 18. See if we can't go on board with them. It looks like the game won't let me do it right now because it looks like it's not one to play nice. So I apologize. Not everything wants to work. The tool is not the easiest, especially when you're spectating the race. So we're working with what we got. And here we are again. It's a 3-car shootout for this 4th position. The 4, the 95, the 20. This seems like an episode of Deja Vu or an episode of Dallas. It's all a dream because it keeps repeating itself, but here comes a new challenger. Ooh, the 4 car to the outside wall. The 18 is going to take that spot from him. And the 18 is actually, I think, a lap down at this point because he did take a pit stop. So he's actually fresher tires than everyone else. So maybe they're going to give some room, let him go by. Because if you try to hold him up, he's just going to put you to the outside wall and say bye-bye. $18 laps to go. Coming to 17 this time by. Our leader, Smoke Fan, is checked out and said, you know what, guys? I'm going to sip a macchiato. I'm going to read a book while you guys race it out back there because I got nothing to worry about. It's clean sailing in front of me. And look at that distance between the leader of Smoke Fan and 2nd place of Too Fast. And you're really seeing Smoke stretch his legs here. A lot of guys still trying to work that high side. They just don't have the horsepower, it seems, to run them down. The battle still here is for this 4th position between these guys of the 20, the 2095, and the 4. These guys are really putting on a show, trying to battle out for this top 5 position, as everyone's trying to hold off for what they got. I'm sorry, top 4. This is top 4 here we're watching. And the laps are winding down. 14 to go. 14 laps for the 14 car to walk out of here victorious in victory lane. The Outlaw Nation's powered by TOCO warranty every Saturday night. Check them out at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on their YouTube channel. Some of the greatest drivers in PlayStation side. First time watching them, first time broadcasting, and these guys have put on a hell of a show. We do know that one of the drivers is not here tonight. G Sensi drives the 43. He's actually wasn't able to make it. I actually wanted to pick him as my dark horse to win, but he didn't show up. They're like, Zane, you can't pick a driver who didn't show up. I was like, I can pick him every week if I want to. And you're really starting to see now this battle for 4th is stretched out. And the 18 is back on pit road again. Unscheduled pit stop for that car. That's going to put him even more laps down as these laps start to wind down here. 10 laps to go. Is it 10 laps to go, or is that just someone's estimated fuel? Possibly someone's estimated fuel that I'm looking at. Let's see if he can open up so I can see the remaining laps of this race. Because as I am actually watching somebody to see if I can see how many laps they got left. This beautiful blimp cam watching the action. The 4 car still trying to close that gap on the 20. Can't quite do it right now on Bulldog. Bulldog has separated himself from the 4 car, but the 4 car tries to close the gap on the middle of the corner. He rotates real good through the middle, but just not getting the drive off that he needs to start to run that car down. Actually, we have a lot more laps to go. Sorry. He actually only had his estimated laps, so it was throwing me off. It's actually 185 of 250, so we actually have quite a handful of laps to go. People like to confuse me. And here comes the 20 car. Dives down low. Looks like he got off the wall a little loose there. Oh, he's actually making a scheduled pit stop because his time to put 4 fresh tires and fuel on, 4 fresh tires and fuel in the car has started now. So he's hoping that long drive down pit road doesn't hurt him because he's got a lot of cars that he's going to have to pass again. And it's easy to go a lap down when you go down pit road. And let's watch our leader. No Smoke Fan, he's got no patience. He's got no quit. He's going to work that car for all it's got until it's running out of fuel, burping and bleeding down the backstretch. He's going to bring it down if he hasn't done so already. And the 20 car of Bulldog is now off of pit road, merging back on the track. The question is, was that stop good enough? Is he's going to come out 9th in that rotation? It looks like he's 2 laps down at this point. And here comes your leader, Smoke Fan, in the 14, slowing that Ford up, putting her on pit road as he makes his final stop of the night. We'll give everything a little bit to cycle through. Ooh, the 11 locking him up as he's trying to get down pit road here. Let's go watch our 3rd place car that I know of right now. Let's see if we can't see here. And it looks like our third place car at the current moment will be the 20 as we're watching. Oh, really close contact there between the 11 and the 10. They almost collided, got into one each other. Looks like everyone gave each other a little bit of room here. Move the 20 to second. He's going to push back the 12 of Too Fast. I love how Bulldog is driving and also texting in chat. The man is a multitasking monster. Are you an octopi, sir? Do you have multiple tentacles? Do it. Oh, it looks like the 18 across sideways on the backstretch. He's been having a rough night. We've watched him make 2 unscheduled pit stops. The car looks like he is just not wanting to do what he needs them to do tonight, and that's going to hurt him, putting him even more laps down, but no caution yet. Still green on the track as we race here at Bristol. All eyes, though, right now on this battle between the 20 and the 12. The 20, the 12. These guys have been jockeying for a position all night. This is the closest they've been. Mama Bulldog texting. Well, howdy, Mama Bulldog. A tip of the cap to you. Thanks for hanging out and watching the Outlaw Nation as they race here at Thunder Valley. I was going to be like, man, Bulldog is a talented man. He can race and battle for second and text at the same time. I need to go to a driving school by that man because he's a multitasking king. And Bulldog holding off the 12. As it was said earlier, the teacher trying to beat the master. But the 12 car of Too Fast isn't going to give up that easily. He's still right there. He's in striking position like a cobra, ready to go after a mongoose. But everyone knows that mongooses can beat cobras. So does that mean that Bulldog is the mongoose in this situation? We're just going to have to wait and see as these laps start to wind down. We're coming to 50 laps to go this time by when they cross the stripe. Let's take a little view from the TOCO warranty blip cam. So we watch these two race here for second because this is honestly the best race for the position of second. Right now, Smoke Fan's in front of them. They're both trying to run them down, but we watch these guys both kind of give up a little bit of ground as they come through the corners. Here comes Too Fast trying to catch up to that bumper. Can't close that car length gap as he rolls through the middle of the corner. Looks a little stiff as he comes off, but he's starting to run down the 20 again. Diving through the corners again, single filed out. They're both in the same lane, being smooth as butter this time through. No tightness as we dive into turn 1. He's good, but not that good is what Mama Bulldog says. Well, he's better be good because he's got a hard charge in 12 and that Ford coming on that bumper right now, trying to say, hey man, I need you to get out of my way. Will he give him a bump and run? Will he rattle the cage? We're going to have to wait and see. As the 12 car is starting to slowly close that gap as much as possible, now we just got to wait to see if he hashtag sends it in the turn 1 or 2. Off of 4, down the front stretch still. Bulldog leading Too Fast. I apologize, I splaked on his name for a second there as I'm looking at a list of drivers. The 12 car trying to catch the 20. The 20 driving away, creating space. 2 cars. Car and a half. A car. The 12 now looking to the outside. He can't get the momentum he needs there. He drives off as hard as he can. He can only close about a car and a half. 20 car Bulldog still working that inside lane. Looks like monkey see, monkey do for the 12. He's going to follow in his tire tracks as we go through turn 1 and 2. Move the 12 car to the outside. He's going to try to get that momentum off the top. Can't do it, but he's going to close the gap even harder this time. It's now less than a car length between the 20 and the 12 as they battle it out for second here. Down into turn 1 again. 20 looking to 20 on the inside, 12 to the outside. And we watch these guys. They both have the here goes the doors left open on the outside. That's going to put the 20 there. 20 on the inside, the 12 on the outside, but the 12 can't power off. Too Fast doing everything he can. Now he's looking to the inside. Can he send it? He's going to shove the 20 up a little bit, forcing him to race all he can. Nope. 20's going to get the momentum off the corner. Down into 3 and 4, still single file in each other's tire tracks. The 12's got to make up that ground again. He was there at the corner panel, side by side. Now he's a car length, half a car length. Can he close the gap again, getting the momentum and the run he needs as we dive into turn 3? The bottom seems to be working here for both these drivers. A lap car in front of the two. They give them room. These guys are racing for second, trying to catch our leader of Smoke Fan. Let's go on board with the 12 if we can. Watch him as he tries to run the 20 down, closing the gap as hard as he can. Moves to the outside. We've watched this a few times here. Through the middle of the corner, they like to exchange lanes a little bit, but in 3 and 4, these guys both like the middle groove. We're starting to see Too Fast move up a lane, but he still likes that middle groove the same as Beast. Not Beast, I'm sorry, but Bulldog. As we come through 1 and 2, we're watching Too Fast really work that high lane. He's getting the momentum because Bulldog left the door open again on the outside. He's to his quarter panel. He just can't get the drive off. Can he mat it? Can it stick? Oh, there it was. But Bulldog, smart enough, put his rear end just enough to close that gap. That's going to force Too Fast to the outside wall as we come down the backstretch again into turn 3. And you really got to wonder how frustrated is Too Fast right now. He's doing everything he can to catch him, put himself in the position. That's twice he's gotten that outside line to work to put him in that spot to run side by side off a 3. But he can't get the car to stick and power off the corners like he needs. It looks like the bottom is that preferred line off of 3 and 4. And Too Fast now again on the bumper of Bulldog. Bulldog and Too Fast. That's been the action. The most exciting racing on the track because our leader, Smoke Fan, has checked out. He's in his own country. He needs a passport at this point because he's nowhere in sight. The 20 holding off a hard-charging 12. Down the back stretch into turn 3. They both like this bottom lane, but we're watching the 12 car of Too Fast really kind of shift up a middle lane and work that middle lane for all it's worth. Down into turn 1. This is really where we start to see Too Fast shine. He's got a great run off the backstretch every time working that outside line. Got the momentum. He's got the inside this time. Can he power that Mustang around this Camry? Oh, it looks like they touch! They touch! Move Too Fast to second, and that looks like Bulldog's going to go back to third. But the question is, the 95 was right there. Is that going to open the door for the 95 as we try to power through here? No. Bulldog was able to hold off the 95, and now it's a 2-car battle again. Bulldog, Too Fast, Bulldog. Who's going to finish second here tonight? The laps are winding down. Coming to 25 to go very shortly. It looks like we're at 26. No, I'm sorry. 29, 28 laps to go at this point. And Bulldog's got a lot of room to make up, and it looks like I just crashed again. Nope, I didn't. Somebody's lagging. That's what caused that. I just figured that out. Yep. What is going on here, kids? Somebody is lagging a little bit and killing me at this moment. That's a little rough. We're getting back in here. We don't know what just happened there. Doo-doo-doo. I feel like we're in NASCAR. It's like, we lost the last 2 laps? What? As we get loaded back in here, we don't know what happened, unfortunately. Let's take a look. Let's see, we're trying to get back into the lobby here. There it is. Boom. Coming back with 25 to go. The action has been intense. Smoke Fan has been our dominant leader. Welcome to the broadcast booth where we hang out and watch all the action. You're getting that inside shot of me drinking a Monster. Repping Monster, unfortunately, because that's what I wore today. But it's been in a crazy race. Smoke Fan has been the car that's been dominant all night long. And we're really watching these guys battle for second of Bulldog and Too Fast for You. These guys have been the class of the field fighting for second place here as we're back into the action at the race with less than 25 to go. And Too Fast still leading the 20 car. Don't know what's happening. It's a little weird. Once again, I may have to call Time Warner because Time Warner said they fixed my internet, but it seems like they didn't. Actually, not Time Warner anymore. They're Spectrum. So we may have to make a phone call. A nice one because I'm not an angry guy. But now we're starting to see these guys spread out a little bit here. Too Fast has got about a 4 to 5 car length. Oh, let's take a look back here because guys are getting a little sideways. Oh, the 24 and the 41 giving door bumps, little love taps, saying, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Get out of my way. That Beast of Asgard got all this in front of him. He's trying to traverse his way through around the 48, the 24, and the 41. But it looks like the 24 and the 41 are having a war in the middle of the track here at Bristol, coming off at 3 and 4. But let's take a trip back up front, take a look, see where third place Bulldog is as he's trying to run down the bumper of the 12 car. Does he have enough time to catch that 12 car is the biggest question we have to ask ourselves. I actually think I know what just happened. Haha. Boom. I actually know what just caused it. Somebody did lag and it lagged me. Haha. But we're back here watching this action and checking out the front view of the Sports Clip Toyota Camry of the 20 car of Bulldog. He's had a strong car, but after that incident, you got to ask yourself, fans, does he have enough time to run down this 12 car? Nobody's going to touch Smoke. It's these two guys' race. You really got to start to wonder, is it too late? Are the laps winding down? Did he burn too much of those tires? Because we were watching him hold that 12 car off for a while, and he did everything he needed to make that 12 car work. But we're starting to see the 12 car use the high lane, really get the momentum he needs, still using that middle to bottom lane in 3 and 4, but off of 1 and 2, the 12 has been just dominant, working that high groove. The 95 the 95. Oh man, I cannot remember the name of the 95 right now for the life of me. First night calling it, still learning drivers and car numbers. But the 95 is sneaking up to the bumper of the 20 car. And the 20 getting a little loose. The 18 wrecking behind him to the outside wall. Single car wreck. Looks like there's no caution on the track. They're still green at Bristol. That's the second time the 18 car has lost it. You got to wonder, is he doing a little left, right? Is the car too loose for him tonight? Let's go take a look. We haven't looked at him most of the night now since he's been walking away, but let's go show some love to Smoke Fan. The man is a machine. He's a robot. He's now traversing and navigating through dangerous, treacherous waters of lap traffic at Bristol. Sometimes it's not easy to pass here. Other times you can. Depends on who's in front of you. You gotta wonder who's going to be harder to pass than a kidney stone for this leader as he's still trying to stretch that gap between him and 12 of Too Fast. Trying to take a look to see how many laps are left on our in-car race reviewer. Not reviewer, but our in-car camera. All I'm seeing right now is their estimated laps of fuel. We'll see if we can't get an update on the lap count as they're starting to wind down here. Definitely going to do my best Johnny Carson impersonation. Going to say, we're less than 15 to go. Or around 15. I'm probably going to take a shot in the dark here. But the 95... Oh, wait a minute. Move Bulldog back to 4th. He's going to get past. He is having some trouble right now. Where is old Bulldog? He finally got passed by that 95. That 95 is leaving him in the dust and saying, bye-bye. I got to go, and it's my time. So you have to start to question yourself, what happened to the 20? We may have to get a pit road reporter down there to talk to him after the race, because that 20 car was looking strong, but right now it's looking like a bucket of junk because it is not putting out that same horsepower that it used to. Did he burn up the tires too much trying to hold off the 12 car, and now he's just holding on for dear life as this run starts to stretch out? Only time will tell as they're starting to make probably their last rounds of pit stops here as gas is starting to wear thin on some of these guys. And it's Chiza in third. Chiza's in third. That is who is in the 95 as I look at my handy dandy list. It's really small, so I got to use a microscope right now and a magnifying glass just to kind of make out the names. We're hoping they're going to get that updated so I have a nice, beautiful sheet of names I can watch and read next time without having taken shots at the dark of who's driving it, because I want to give the guys the right credit of their cars. And right now it's Smoke Fan, Too Fast, Chiza, Bulldog, and Jasona is rounding out our top 5. Oh, big wreck! Or is that the end of the race? That is the end of the race! Guys, is that the end of the race? Because our race reporter didn't have laps counts. Yes, it is.
Yes, that is it.
Thank you. I couldn't see the end of the lap counts there because somebody was watching their fuel mileage. And Smoke Fan is actually going to come out on top because our fuel mileage man was watching his fuel mileage. So your race winner will be Smoke Fan in the 14. Too Fast for you in the 12. Chiza is going to finish third. Bulldog is going to be 4th. And Beast of Asgard is going to be 5th. Jasona 6th. Brewster, if that's the name correct, if I butchered your name, I apologize, is 7th. Evil Ogre 6th. Jay Wood is 9th. Galen is 10th. That is our top 10. Let's see if we can't run down and catch the man, the myth, the legend, and the NASCAR Heat Pro League Season 1 champion, Smoke Fan. Smoke Fan, you got a copy. Smoke Fan. Look, I can hear you now. Oh my God, you ignored me the whole race. People wanted to hear your thoughts. But guess what, man? You started outside pole, 2nd place. You dominated Bristol. You won the race. Tell us, how does it feel to pull up into victory lane tonight? Oh, we lost Smoke Fan. Looks like he ran away. He didn't want to do an interview. Wait, is he back? Smoke Fan, are you there? I know you're burning out the tires and there's a lot of smoke, but can you talk to me now?
Hey Zane, he can't hear you for some reason.
He can't hear me at all?
I don't know. He can't. I don't know what the deal is.
I can hear you now, Zane.
All right, we got Smoke Fan. I've been trying to talk to you all race. I thought you didn't love me. You didn't want to talk to me. I was wanting to know how the car was, how you were feeling. But you dominated tonight. You started 2nd, came out front, led the entire race from then. Nobody had anything for that 14 Ford. How does it feel to be in victory lane?
It feels good, man. Bristol's been good to me ever since I got my first Pro League win there at Bristol, actually. But that first run, Too Fast and Bulldog was all over me. I fell off pretty bad. I got really loose. I went down and made a left rear air pressure adjustment, and the car came to life. Like, it's 1 pound of air made that big of a difference. But
Wow.
so, yeah, all in all, good night. Car was good. I needed that win. Toyota's won the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it's about time we shut them out.
and you kind of called the two. It was Too Fast and Bulldog seemed to be the class of the field behind you. Those guys really were putting some pressure on you at some points. Did you feel that pressure? Were you worried about it at all? Or did you think you had the car to beat and no one was going to touch you after that round of pit stop changes?
Well, like I said, all week in practice, Bulldog, there was a few cars that were better than I was. And after that air pressure adjustment, after about 20 or 30 laps in, I'm like, if this thing stays green, I think I can hold them off. And luckily, it stayed green and played in our hand.
Oh, yeah. You're absolutely right. No cautions the entire time, 250 laps, not a single caution. We saw cars get a little sideways, a little banged up and beaten. But, man, you put on a hell of a show tonight. Is there anyone you want to thank for this win tonight?
All the guys that run the Stuart Haas cars, Jason, Brewster, Galen, we've put in a lot of hours this week, and I'm glad it was able to pay off.
Man of little words, man of a couple thanks of his teammates. Smoke Fan, congratulations on your win. We'll catch you next week. Where are you racing next week, by the way?
We'll be at Chicago next week.
Ooh, the Windy City, the brotherly city of love, Chicagoland. You're gonna ride that high line. You know, we'll talk about it later because that's gonna be pretty interesting to watch. But once again, your winner, the champion of the eNASCAR Heat Pro League, coming out in style and showing you what he does. Smoke Fan dominant tonight. Thank you once again here for watching Outlaw Nation, powered by TOCO Warranty. We'll catch you next Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Outlaw Racing Station. Till next time, I'm Zane. Kisses, hugs, and belly rubs. We'll catch you around.